Thank you, Mr. Altmeyer. Mr. West.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and happy Flag Day and happy Army birthday to each and every one of you. First question is, I think, starting at the beginning. Obviously, it seems that the FMCSA did not do any type of consultation with any of you that are out there in the industry. So what do you think drove this unilateral decision that they made? And that's a question for all the panel.
Representative West, it's a good question. Sometimes it seems that people look at rules and regulations and see how they can tweak them in order to attempt to make things safer without having all the facts. Sometimes numbers can be put in a position to justify their own agenda, and I think that the facts that have been presented don't necessarily tell the entire truth.
Okay.
Representative West, with all due respect to the FMCSA, who I hold in the highest esteem, Ann Farrow is a great person. I can't see a common rationale that would fit into what FMCSA historic message has been to, and that's to improve safety. Excuse me, with all due respect to the panel, outside of the Beltway, we call this politics. Because that's what it seems to be. There seems to be other motives for why these rules would be restrictive to the small businesses and trucking companies that would be affected of these rules. That would be my personal conclusion.
What then would you think, to you, what would the motive be then?
Who would benefit from having a more restrictive workforce? You could say that there would be more trucks on the road, therefore there could be more manufacturing needed to have the more. You could have an increase in people, so therefore driver or employment base would have to increase to accomplish that. You could look through, and I've done that personally, try to find out, understand what the reasons are. You know, trucking is the most overregulated yet under-enforced industry that I'm aware of. Their current rules suggest that companies that operate within those rules have a less crash statistics. So I'd suggest that the administration focus more on improving the current rules or enforcement of the rules than to modify out from those.
So political gamesmanship.
Yes, sir.
I would agree with their points. The issues of safety is what this all, I would think, is what it's based on, and the statistics are showing that the number of incidents are declining, not increasing. So I don't understand why they need to make the change either.
We agree with Mr. Berg in that there are plenty of regulations out there currently that aren't being enforced, and there's lack of enforcement that goes out there. I think in general the trucking industry has made great strides in safety, as the data will support, and especially in the household goods industry, I think that we have a phenomenal safety rating. And you know, we concentrate on that, we focus on that, and we focus on customer service. So we don't understand the reasons for the additional regulatory.
Okay. And follow up, Mr. Morissette, you know, having spent 22 years in the Army, your industry was very integral in my moving back and forth all over the country. So I would like to ask, you know, when you look at this this new rule, how would that affect, you know, such thing as military PCS moving?
It's interesting because June is our peak season.
Absolutely.
Movement of personal property follows school calendars. And so there's a excessive demand for a limited supply, especially during the summer months. Additional rules that limit our ability to service the customers. And we're challenged currently to handle the volume load of the DOD. We are primarily a DOD transportation provider, and very proud to do that. So that only presents additional challenges for us that we have.
Thank you, gentlemen. I yield back.